AI literally just rewrote the rules of Instagram and content creation. And I'm not talking about AI slop garbage that looks weird or scripts that sound like an alien wrote them. But right now there's a tiny gap between the people using AI wrong and people actually getting mad at them for this, and people using AI to create content, first of all, 50 times faster, come up with ideas that you know are going to work, eliminating all the guesswork, and then generate thousands of leads and tens of thousands of dollars from single reels. So let me show you the other side of the AI crap gap and show you how to use AI to make your content 100 times better and faster in ways nobody will ever notice, to a system that actually has made me $45,000 from a single tool in 15 minutes. And the reason this matters so much right now is because the creation of content used to be the hard part. It's not anymore. AI literally just killed that bottleneck, and strategy is the only thing that wins from here. Let me prove that to you. So for example, one of these is actually AI. Which one is it? Can you actually tell? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments before you know the answer. Don't cheat, because I can actually see you. Now, the reason I'm asking you this is because I'm sure you've had the problem before. You're either shooting a video, scripting it, or editing it, and you're like, well, I need some sort of B-roll clip to kind of spice things up to not make it boring, but I just don't have any. So again, which one do you think is fake? It's this one. Hopefully you didn't guess it. But the reason it doesn't look like AI crap is because I'm not asking this whole thing to make up everything from scratch, right? Make up my face, my body, everything. Like this video, for example, me in front of the Eiffel Tower. It just looks off, right? It's horrible. It's making me wear blue jeans. Who does that? I would never. But yeah, so for this first one, literally all I did was use a real picture of myself, one that somebody actually took of me sitting in a boat, and then I just threw it into a software called Kling AI with a very basic prompt. Create a locked on B-roll clip of this person sitting in a boat. The boat is slightly moving. That's it. And honestly, it looks pretty good, and that's all you need to interject some little B-roll clips when needed. Right? So for your workflow from now on, every picture you've ever taken of yourself is now a video, a B-roll clip that can make your content 100 times better without it looking like AI crap, because it's kind of not really AI crap. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dominic, you motherfucker. Obviously, I don't have a lot of pictures of myself, or I don't have cool pictures of myself. Fair enough. Me neither. Because I actually lied to you before. Because this one right here is actually fully AI generated. 0% real. So let me show you how to create something like that pretty easily and pretty quickly, because lots of people do it the wrong way. So all I did was basically to feed the AI, in this case, Dream 4.5, with a bunch of pictures of myself, right? And this is where most people go wrong. They upload one picture of themselves, and then they're just gonna look like crap that's like weird, like, you know, like this one from before. But I literally took 4 or 5 pictures of myself just at home from different angles. And again, I uploaded it to Dream 4.5 to generate a picture first of all. And again, I just used this basic prompt right here. Create an iPhone shot of this person driving a Mercedes, raw, authentic style from the passenger seat. And what I found is that if you're sort of vague in certain areas in the prompt, but sort of detailed in others, that's when the whole image generation kind of starts to shine. Because I actually told it to create a shot with an iPhone of me driving a Mercedes, right? That's something actually pretty concrete. So if I just say, create a shot of me in a car, it probably is going to mush up some car that doesn't exist. And instantly the brain's going to be like, well, something's off. I hate this creator. And honestly, I'm actually pretty shocked at how it turned out, because first of all, it really looks like me. It could really be a picture of myself. And also, it kind of looks like one of my cars. So next time you're looking for a B-roll or something that's just missing in your shot, do that. Again, from this picture, just literally then put it into Kling AI like before. And yeah, we got this video out of it. All right, so this next one's literally going to change the game for you. It has for me in certain different areas, and it might be the reason why everything's going to go bust at some point in the near future, to be honest, because it's going to completely make content creation a totally different thing for you, right? Also, apart from content creation, other things like in your business, things that actually make you a crap ton of money. It's actually the reason why I made $30,000, $40,000 from a single reel, and that I actually just posted to the trial reel, so it never even was on my feed. Thinking about it right now. And again, it's insane. So as you probably know, the Instagram algorithm really rewards engagement, especially comments. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, the head of Instagram, Maziri, our old friend, always says, well, comments are not that important, but I can clearly see it in my data from analyzing thousands of accounts every month, basically. A high comment rate a lot of the time is the reason why something blows up. And one strategies I teach, and it's basically one of the easiest ways of creating breakout content, and I basically force my clients to do that in my programs, is to systematically farm comments by creating lead magnets and freebies basically to attach them to videos with ManyChat, because that way you can really get the algorithm to get on your side, right? Because targeted people in your audience interact with your reel, open a DM conversation flow, and then just things happen from there. It's going to blow up. Plus, the actual important thing is you're going to be able to collect super targeted leads and eventually turn this thing into actual real cash. Now, the bottleneck with this is that I've seen over and over again is always the same. People come to me and say, well, creating a lead magnet to attach to reel is kind of hard, especially if I have to do it over and over again. Plus, a lot of times people are like, well, I created a lead magnet. Nobody wants it. Nobody comments. And I take a look at it and it's just a lot of times crap because they create a PDF. And as you know, there's a million PDFs of the same thing out there that are just slapped together just quickly so they can just take some emails in. And people are just sick of this, right? Because it's overdone. So that kind of got me thinking. Because what if your lead magnet wasn't one of those boring ass PDFs, but actually something people genuinely want to use and something that's actually valuable and not just some slapped together crap designed for nothing, really. Now, here's one of my recent lead magnets. The PCR test, as I call it, and it's basically a profile conversion rate tester that lets you understand, okay, these are my profile visits that I've had last month, and I've had these amounts of followers gained last month, and I have an offer, $2,000 offer, whatever. And basically you just put your numbers in there and it's going to calculate your profile conversion rate. And it's going to tell you based on your stage what you really need to focus on right now to get this whole thing up and to grow better. Plus, it's also going to tell you the amount of money that you leave on the table based on actual data from me and my clients. So honestly, a pretty cool thing. Try it out below. I made a video about this, what it means and how to actually a little more than that. But guess what? This whole thing, the way it looks and what it does actually took me 15 minutes to create, which is just insane if you think about it. Just think 5 years back. And there's a bunch of different tools you can use to create something like this. For example, for this one, I used Google AI Studio just because I was like, I want to try this out. I never used it. It was literally free. So it didn't cost me anything. And what I said was, I went there, Google AI Studio, and said, create me a dashboard basically that lets me do the profile conversion rate. Here are some variables. Here's some underlying data. Then here are the different stages. Tell them to do this, this, this. Now, this tool so far, and it's only been up there for a month or something, has made me $45,000 so far because it actually collects leads beforehand. And then while people are on it, they also, as you can see, you can sign up. It makes you sign up for a call, which you can do, by the way. If you want me, for example, to help you install this whole system into your own situation, or you actually want me and my team to do some of the things actually for you, just book a call and we'll take a look at if and how we can actually help you reach your goals, create a content strategy, basically create your content empire. But the point being is you can literally do the same for anything in your niche. So first of all, go check out your competitors and see what kind of crappy PDFs they make and just turn it into something like this. Again, it took me 15 minutes. And the great thing about short form is you can literally just create a video where you say, well, here's a tool. You can do that. Comment down below and it's going to blow up. That's one of the things that just work like crazy right now. Also in the trial reels. Now imagine you take the same logic and actually build something that solves a real problem, right? Something that people are going to want to pay for, because I've actually done that for the past few months and it's insane because I've actually been trying to find good AI content creation tools that are especially geared for short form and Instagram. And I've tried a lot of them. And to be honest, they don't catch my drift. And so basically I thought to myself, well, with this whole AI thing, I'm just going to use it to create my own tools that help me personally out. And basically I started doing that just like I showed you with this PCR example. I started with one basic tool, which back in the days, more than a year ago, was a tool to help my clients figure out their avatars to create more targeted, better hooks, for example. And we've really come a long way since then because now it's become this full-on suite that's literally crazy. So for example, just one of the things I've been actually looking for years and nobody could ever do that, or nobody did, is something I built eventually that I called a reel radar. Basically, you can pull in any reel of a competitor or yourself or whatever that's gone viral, and it takes a look at the whole thing and is going to transcribe it and basically deconstructs the whole DNA of what's going on. Basically, all the elements that play together there. So first of all, it's going to analyze the hook with a hook score based on my data, because we have a hook analyzer there where you can just pull in some stuff and it's really going to go deep. But then it's basically going to deconstruct the framework of the hook, the psychology behind it, of why it works. Now, my clients get to use this tool now too, and it basically knows them, and it creates examples for their specific niche and target audience. But then it basically deconstructs not just the whole script, but the whole essence of what's going on, right? We can see, okay, at the beginning, the hook is, in this case, 6 seconds long, and we can see, okay, then there's the setup. In the video, she sets it up like this. Afterwards, she has the introduction of her framework. That's happening like this. And essentially all the building blocks that play together to make this go viral, right? Because the structure of a reel, especially, is the #1 reason why something goes well or not in terms of retention and stuff like this. That alone, just deconstructing a reel, looking at this, and then building your own one from this, it's already going to give you a million ideas and a million ways to create your own video from basically any reel, not just from your competitors, and make it your own. But that's not all, because you can literally then go ahead and pull this whole thing, the essence and the whole framework, to write your own script with it, right? Using that same framework. And it's not going to copy this with the same words, but the elements that are at play there in the same way. Basically, the same way like Star Wars is the same movie as The Lion King, right? You don't care. You probably didn't even know. Now, like I said, using the whole same principles, I've built this whole suite like a hook analyzer where you pull in your hook and your script, and it's really going deep into this. And it tells you what works, why it works, what's missing, how to structure it, restructure it. And there's actually a free version, you know, a light version, if you will, of this that you can use right now. I'm giving it away. It's on ChatGPT, so it's a light version. But down below, you can get it for free if you don't have it already. Now, this last one here is taking what we talked about at the beginning and turning it up a notch. Because right now, carousels are actually one of the biggest growth opportunities on Instagram if you do them right. The problem is, though, most people don't know how to make them look good. That's what I see again and again. So let me show you how to tweak this process and have you make beautiful carousels that go viral within 3 minutes, literally. So for example, let's say you scroll through your feed, something like that, and you see a carousel. Doesn't matter if it's in your niche or not, right? Ideally, it's not in your niche, but something that just catches your eye. So you basically go ahead and screenshot it or download it somewhere, and again, pull it through one of these image generation things. Could be Nano Banana, could be Seed Dream, or anything basically, but these are the ones that I frequent a lot. And let's just say, just looking at this one, I saw this before. I was like, this is a perfect carousel, honestly. How I landed a job that didn't exist. A story that will make you question the entire recruitment game. Perfect hook, honestly. That's everything. It takes all the boxes. And it has absolutely nothing to do with my niche. So perfect to kind of take as inspiration. So let's just say I'm in the real estate industry. So I would say something like, how I sold a house I didn't own. Beautiful. That's actually a pretty good hook. But I could say, well, this is a story that will question the entire real estate game. And just like that, without even doing anything, it looks pretty good. Basically identical. Now, obviously, we don't want to stop here, so you want to kind of add your own stuff to it. And I'm sure you have some imagination and some things that are just going on in your head. So we want to play around with this and basically use the AI as our creative director and just tell it, well, change this to this. I want it to be like that. So for example, I'm going to put in right now, say, put a house in there in the corner that is hand drawn. Also underline the word sold because I wanted some different visual focus. And suddenly you have a carousel that has a very similar identity to a viral carousel from somewhere outside your niche, but it's still your own and maybe even better. And all of that, by the way, literally, as you can see, it took 3 minutes, probably less than that. Here's another example I took earlier. Took 1 minute, right? As you can see, the time potential plus the whole design thing there, because back in the days you had to hire designers or spend a lot of time to do it yourself, is just insane what you can do with it. Now, here's the thing, because obviously having good looking carousels is only half the battle, because the strategy behind them is actually what makes them blow up. One of my clients, for example, gained 45,000 followers from a single carousel, not necessarily because it looked good, it didn't really, but because the strategy was right. So watch this video next where I break down how to make your next carousel blow the up and look beautiful.